Welcome back, my dear student. In this lecture here, we're gonna start building the card functionalities. Now, I gave you some explanation back in the lecture before and probably the lecture before that one. All right, and you might not understand it 100%, but once we start doing it, believe me, you're gonna start understanding it. And I'm always here to answer your questions. So anyway, I told you that it might be better, and actually it is better to actually create a separate page for the card functionality. And I'm just gonna do a checkout, a save as from checkout, and call this cart. All right, and I'll tell you in a minute what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna delete everything else from cart because everything we need is right here in the config. All right, the functions and the database information. Right. All right. So another thing that I want you to do here, and maybe you haven't done so already, but I want you to do that, is go to index, actually not index, functions, and on the get products right here in this button right here that says add to cart, all right, I want you to make sure that this page href is going to cart.php question mark, of course, and we are sending the add, which is add. That's going to be the key in the get request associated array, right? And of course we're sending the product ID. All right, so when we click on this add to cart, it's going to go to cart.php. all right, so if I put my mouse over, you can see the ID says add cart.php down there, and cart.php add equals 2. All right, so we click here and we send us to this page, which doesn't have anything right now. All right, so what is it that we're going to do? Well, we're going to open some PHP tags here, and first of all, we need to detect what's coming in for us. The first thing that's coming in is a get request, right? And this get request is going to be called add. It's going to have the ID of our product in there. Okay, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding, every time this ID comes here, we're going to be concatenating that with a session that we're going to be creating right now. So this session, like I said before, is going to be called product underscore. All right, there we go. And then we are going to be concatenating right inside here. We're going to put a dot notation, and that we're going to concatenate the get request. In this case, going to be called add, and stands for the ID of the product. All right, and at the same time, look at this, we are going to be adding one to it every time. All right, we click on that add, we get this request, and we're going to add one every time. So it's going to be incrementing all the time. All right, so pretty cool, right? So now what I want to do after we add one to it, I want to redirect back to index.php. All right, because I want to see what's going on. So in index, and I just want to show you that it does add that. In index, I'm going to, let me see, the slider right here. All right, I'm going to put h1 here, and I'm going to just echo, let's put some PHP tags, of course, echo the session product 1. All right, why do I know it's product 1? Because that's, I'll show you right now, that's what we're doing right here. Well, that is, and it's going to give me an undefined product 1 right now because it's not doing it, but this is the first product that we're going to be clicking in. All right, so when we click here, it's going to redirect us back to the same page here, and it's going to echo that ID, that incrementing ID, a product session right here. All right, so let's go ahead and try that right now. Click on it, it just redirects us back, and we got 1, 2. You see that? So that session right now is incrementing all the time. It's redirecting back here from the cart.php, and it's incrementing 4, 5, and this is how we are going to keep track of the products that we add in this shopping cart. All right, so of course we don't want to do that all the time. One thing that I want you to keep in mind is that we also need to delete some of this information. For that, let's go to config and reset this. Right here where it says sessions underscore start, let's also create another function. Well, this function is already predefined in PHP. It's called session destroy. All right, because we want to delete all this information here. Enter, enter. There we go. Now it doesn't have anything. All right, make sure that you get this undefined there. Click it a couple of times, refresh until you get that undefined. That means the session has been deleted, right? Perfect. Let's just comment all this. And let's go back to index. And we don't want to display anything here either, so I'm just going to take that off. We know it's being incremented, so we don't need that anymore. All right, there we go. All right, so in the next lecture we're going to continue building this. All right, another thing that I want you to keep in mind is that if you don't have it, make sure that you do, is that product quantity. I don't know if I mentioned that one. I think I did already, but just make sure that you have it available, right? That would be in the ecom underscore products structure. Make sure that you have this column here, okay? I just want you to be correct on this one. All right, product underscore quantity integer 11 characters. All right, anyway, I see you in the next lecture, and let's take care of that.